This week, we talk about the future of STEEP. We open a brand new Riders Republic photo album, and we have a winner from Check My Steez 18. All of that and just a little bit more coming up. It's Après STEEP, episode 35.
We are now 50 days away from the release of Riders Republic, coming Thursday, October 28th, but there's still a few more things left to do in STEEP in the meantime. First, we have a winner from Check My Steez 18. Congrats to P-Dub for taking home another victory. We, of course, have our information up for the STEEP Film Festival, which will take place sometime in October, as well as the entry forms for TFG Canyon Fodder and the Riders Republic Beta Best Trick. We'll be hosting streams watching all of those entries at some point before the release of the game too, so make sure to stick around to find out those dates.
You know, it's been 4 years since we met this kid in person, and just to almost to the day, it's been 4 years. I just got a Facebook notification the other day. Regardless, one of the first memories that I have of Bone Crusher 2D was getting to the studio in Annecy, France. You know, we saw everyone, we shook all of the hands, and he noticed that there was a pickle, or I believe it was a cucumber, sitting on the table for lunch, for someone's lunch, and he whipped out a Sharpie, drew a face of like Rick from, Rick Sanchez from Rick and Morty, and threw it in his pocket. And that episode was brand new, and all week he carried around a pickle Rick through the streets of France. And the joke never got old. We always laughed. I think all of the devs at STEEP were just sick and tired of the Americans at that point, but it was the funniest thing. Bones just has all of the funny bones in funny bones. I see what I did there.
There it is.
He has such a funny bone. It's incredible, and his content follows suit.
Yeah, it does. He actually just posted a video too about Riders Republic, which I knew he'd be the one to do this, but it's about the Tricks battle, the 6v6 mode, and the meta behind it, which I've been asking him about. It's how your team can win. I think they've been putting up like 40, 50 million. I think they got at least 50 million points, which by myself, when we would play, I could get up to 2 million, but that was like, I was on it. And I could finish top of the leaderboard. Their team was putting up 50 million, but it was him and all of the skate pros and the steep pros, the guys who chase records. So he has a video explaining the meta behind it. I highly recommend checking that out so you don't lose by 50 million if you play his team. It has to do with getting that 5 times multiplier as quick as you can for your team and then just locking that zone down. So it's a really good watch.
Yeah, you can find his link down below. Go support our buddy. Go support Pickle Rick.
Pickle Rick!
Well, you just mentioned it, TFG Canyon Fodder right around the corner, coming up sometime next month, and those submissions are up right now. But Flair submitting a question around the TFG events we have remaining in STEEP. He submitted this towards the end of August here, saying, might not be a full topic, it's going to be a full main topic. But what do you guys think Canyon Fodder, or whatever the name was, it was Canyon Fodder, is going to be like now that people have played the Riders Republic beta? Do you think we'll get a decent amount of participants in the competition? How hard are people going to try? And just overall, do you think that beta is going to affect the competition in STEEP? That's a good question. And as soon as I read that, I had to take a breath because he may be on to something, but I'm holding out hope. So what do you think? Let's just, before we get into the nitty gritty here, do you think the beta is going to affect the competition and the turnout we get for Canyon Fodder?
I think there will be a little bit of an effect just because everyone got their hands on the beta. That was a huge part of it, that, we thought it was a closed beta at first, and it was for a few days. And then they decided to say, hey, everyone can play now, and hey, it's going to be extended another 5 days, which was great. I think they wanted the closed beta to make sure the servers didn't catch fire and burn down the building. And once they realized everyone in the closed beta, it was going fine, everyone loved it, they're like, hey, let's have everyone else and see if it handled it. And it did. So I didn't have any major problems with network issues. I didn't think many people did. So I think it went great considering the game's coming out in October. And I think now that people got to play that for a week hardcore, the things are going to be a bit different in STEEP.
Yeah. And, exactly. We can, wow. lost my train of thought. You are going to see the effect, Riders Republic versus Steep, 1-to-1 coming up in the weekly challenge here when we switch from the best photos of Steep that we've been doing for the past couple of weeks into Riders Republic. And I opened up that photo album before we started recording and just said, whoa, because it's a completely different atmosphere. It's a completely different energy that this new game brings. Yeah, I think it's going to be, we're not going to get more than 10 submissions, I don't think. Where are we right now? Do we have any?
Yeah, I was just digging through everything because I was kind of curious. Right now for Canyon Fodder, we have 3 submissions.
Yeah.
Which was about the same as TFG Send It, where we had 4, but one of them was a Rickroll. And I think that somehow got 3rd place, if I remember right. And somehow,
it sure did.
Yeah.
It sure did.
And then let's see what else we got. TFG Canyon Fodder, the Film Fest, people will submit to because that's just old links.
Yeah, you didn't have to put too much effort into the Film Fest. You're just submitting your old content. And then we had the beta, the Riders Republic beta, best trick.
Yes. Now that one we let people submit multiple clips just because we want to collect everything. But we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
already
12 different people submitted and 23 total clips, it looks like. So. Okay. Yeah, we have more from that, and it looks like some new people too. Let's see.
Of course.
At least one. There's one person that I don't recognize the name of, and actually 2. So we got a couple new people. Yeah.
And I mean, you can go back and look at the views that last week's Après STEEP got out. Episode 34 blew every other Après STEEP out of the water. I'm pretty sure that was our highest watched Après STEEP was a Riders Republic discussion, or it was one of the highest that we've ever had. So the proof's in the pudding. The numbers are with Riders Republic. My main hope is when we do a STEEP comp, we may not get all of the submissions that we want, but we're going to get the viewers.
Yeah.
My hope is that people have subscribed and they want to see what we are doing, maybe even just to get a taste of what competitions on our channel will look like in Riders when that game finally comes out. We'll definitely get that for the best trick, but Canyon Fodder, I hope those numbers are boosted a little bit. But I'm not too worried about not having a big pool for those contests. First of all, I don't think these are sanctioned TFG events just by the numbers alone. But it's going to be fun, and they're going to be dedicated riders. So we're going to get quality over quantity. And for these last few, especially the film festival, especially Canyon Fodder, this is just a last send-off. Whoever wants to get back in the game to hit it one last time, go for it. Yeah, we're not looking to break the charts with these events. Best trick, it will be interesting to see what those metrics look like afterwards. But yeah, Steep, we're kind of just riding it out and giving it a big old hug while we wait for this new game.
Yeah,
that's how I feel.
They were both kind of last minute things because we had talked about doing another Steep event after Backcountry Brawl. And when I was recording background footage for Après STEEP, I was in that canyon. I was like, this is kind of fun. It's like a half pipe. And so I was like, well, I guess we could do it because we don't have anything else planned. It's easy. Backcountry Brawl was easy to run, so it'll be in the same method. Just if people want to enter it, and I just want to see if anyone can do something cool in that area. I heard people say it was a harder spot, and especially after getting to play Riders Republic and use those controls and all those tricks, coming back to Steep's not on everyone's top list. And then the best trick one from the beta, it was, everyone has access to this because we didn't think everyone would, and usually in the closed beta, when it was a closed beta, you can't record, you can't share anything, none of that. So we're like, we don't need a competition. And then they're like, hey, doors are open right now. And I woke up, I'm like, let's just have people's tricks submitted in the beta, see what cool stuff we can get. But again, it's not the big event yet. We've talked that we'll do best trick events once the game launches for all of the individual sports or the different sports categories. So this is just, testing out the rules, the 5 to 20 seconds, what the submissions look like, camera angles, because it's all in just the, regular gameplay recording, so that when we get ready for the launch of the game, we can know how to run it, know the rules, have some example videos, and, try and advertise the crap out of that one. Because at that point, we'll hopefully have a lot more people entering.
This sounds familiar. We're running an event to use it as a test event for main events. Huh. That sounds really familiar. I wonder who's done that before. Oh, wait, it was us like a year and a half ago. This is our formula. Yeah, we are no strangers to this, and longtime viewers are no strangers to this. We're testing. Every single week we're trying new things, and we're just trying to feel it out. We want that product to be as good as it can be the first time that we have it out there in the wild once the game is released. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the beta best trick. Even, the beta best trick is just going to give people like a starting point. You submit to the best trick on the channel, and then in a couple of weeks, in a couple of months, you're going to look back and go, that was my best trick. I submitted that to this contest. Okay, now it's time for the TFG best trick for real. Now I'm going to throw it down. And you can see the progress. So it's kind of just the platform that everyone's going to start off of, including us. I want to be able to look back after the first real event in Riders Republic and say, geez, oh man, that beta best trick was kind of rough. So we're just trying it out. We're having fun. Ain't no one winning $200 prizes over here.
Yeah,
you're not winning actual gold. All right, you're not going to be on the Cheerios box. We're just having fun.
Photoshop, don't you?
I do know. Yeah, we could. We might get sued if we put them on Cheerios. I'm gonna put you on some Oat-O's.
We gotta think of some steeper Riders Republic related cereal names.
Yes.
There we go.
Kitchen Crunch.
Ooh.
Kitchen Crunch.
Maybe.
There it is.
Yeah, I was looking at the spread of the sports submitted right now for the best trick, because these are probably the categories we'll rock with the actual competitions, but they'll be separate, not best trick, and then you can submit any sport. It'll be like each sport. We got most of them. You could guess. Where do you think most of them are from?
I'm gonna guess snowmobile.
No, actually.
Close?
No.
Okay. It has to be wingsuit. They were all rocking it up there. Okay, all right. Jeez, wow. All right, 0 for 2. I'm gonna go downhill bike. Was it downhill bike? Yeah.
I have bike all in one category. Yeah, it's like bike and then ski and then math, other, which would be the funkies.
Okay.
And then snowboard and then wingsuit right now.
Okay. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
And the funkies, so the funkies category, that others category.
That could be snowmobile,
winter
actually.
Sports. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, like, what are we riding in there?
I put anything else that wasn't ski, snowboard,
Gotcha.
wingsuit, rocket wingsuit were combined. Bike is combined. So,
okay.
I think it's just snowmobile's probably in there. A paramotor. I wonder who did submit that. I wonder if I can find
Someone
it.
had
We'll
to
figure that
send
out.
it. Yeah.
It has to be a snowmobile. I'm feeling.
I can't wait for those broken edits. By the way. I know we didn't have a ton of time in the game, and this tees into the next thing that Flair had asked, but I can't wait for some sick video edits to come out of people abusing the snowmobile and using it for what it's not intended for. Same with the paramotor, doing like close proximity stuff and dives through the trees and through the rocks with paramotor. I can't wait for those alternative edits. Thank you so much to everyone who submitted to the Steep Best Photos album. That is still alive. It is still up. We may not focus on it on an episode, but you feel free to add more pictures. We're never going to close it. Let's just keep building that album. Thank you again to Pancake Life, Strenio, Steepest Legend, Friggin' EU, the Space Clump 360, Sofex, Nate Hotshot, and Flair for participating in that photo album. But now, Mitch, it is time to turn a new page. It's time to start a new chapter. The Riders Republic beta album is now open, and you guys came through. This week, we are featuring... Oh, geez, I lost his name already. Mitch, help. Who are we featuring? We're featuring a newcomer. We've never seen pictures from this person before.
Yeah, we're featuring Thunder TRP. This album already has, I don't know, like 50 pictures in it. I lost count. There's a ton. And, from the classics, we got Pancake Life, Flair, some others in there too. But Thunder TRP put a bunch of pictures in, and I am loving them all. I mean, both of us had 2 or 3 pictures we were trying to pick our favorites from. But I'm going to go with the one where he is skiing through the mud, it looks like.
Oh, stole it. You stole mine. Come on.
Just because it's the different environment. You got the mountain in the background, kind of like the rocky or dirty cliff with some trees. You still have the chairlift, so it must be near a ski hill, I'm thinking, which makes it interesting because maybe there's snow in the bottom right of this picture. It's hard to tell if that's like right where it mixes, but there's those spots on the map where you get the mixture, and he's just showing off that you can ski through the mud. Love the outfit and all of his photos that he put. There's a lot of work to the colors where the sky background and like the mountain background, those are a matching color. So this is more of a brown scheme, but there was a beautiful blue one too. So he put a lot of work into these.
Yeah, I wonder what the wetness was set to when he was taking these pictures here. I wonder how wet these pictures were. Sorry about that. Moving on to my second favorite. I'll admit it. I picked the mud as well, just for the same reasons that you put. You know, it's a change of environment, it's a change of scenery, but I think this one captured that as well. And it is running down in some canyon, just a player running through the woods. We didn't have anything that looked like this picture in Steep, and I just love the realism. You know, I love that this looks like a picture that could have been taken in real life. You have those muted colors, except for that bright red jacket that is also playing off of the red canyon rocks in the background. So you have those green pants for the green foliage around the rider, and then this red on the rocks there. I just love this picture. The color balance, everything about this is wonderful. It is muted, it pops. Dude, this is incredible, and I cannot wait to see more from Thunder TRP. Thunder Terp? That's from Maryland?
That's a stretch, I think.
Terp? No, the Terp.
No. We're not going there.
Yeah, okay. All right.
I'm thinking this picture maybe is hinting at the jogging DLC too. Maybe we'll get some hiking or jogging.
We weren't supposed to tell them about that.
Oh no. I mean, we could just go on nature walks, lead some tours, talk about Sequoia.
This is the last episode we ever do. We get pulled by the game.
Anyways,
NDA strikes.
We'll leave this album up if you have any beta photos still floating around. Doesn't matter if it has that work in progress in the top, because almost everyone's does. So be excited once the game comes out and we don't have that in the top corner, and we'll have a completely different set of photos.
Yeah, you can find that photo album linked down below. You can also find it linked over on our Discord page, but we'll get to that in just a little bit. For right now, Mitch, Just Steep It came out with a new snow sports trick guide. What's that all about?
He is showing you all of the different grabs, tricks, and flips that you can do on skis and snowboard. And he has his controller camera, one of those like cameras that moves and then has the icon. So it's really helpful just to watch this, and you can tell all the different grabs. Like I'm looking right now, how to do a Dracula method, holding the triggers, tweaking the left stick to the left. So if you want to learn how to do all of those very specific tricks in the game, you can just watch his video and practice with your controller in your hand and just follow along, get that muscle memory down. So then whenever you're playing, I always forget the name.
Slush Republic?
No, Slush. Every time we mention it, whenever you're playing Slush against someone and someone shouts out a backflip Cookie Monster, you'll have it in memory that you're holding the triggers and holding down and you're pulling off that Cookie Monster.
Yeah, I'll just be making excuses. Hang on, wait, hold on. I'm pulling up the time.
My controller died again.
Wait, hold
in
on.
The air.
Just Steep It, show me how to do it again. Wait, hold on, just gotta get a water. I'll be right there. I know it's my turn.
I think you're gonna have him in your ear like a coach that you're like, all right, he called it in Japan. He'll be like, L2, left up. And he'll pull it off.
Nick, you flamingo imbecile. I can't wait. Yeah, go check out Just Steep It's video. The trick guides are already starting. Sofex, I believe Sofex was already releasing an Easter eggs video that we talked about last week. So there is content there. You can learn about the game before you even have it on your system. So get after it. There's no excuse to be a noob on day one. Speaking of not being a noob, or maybe being a noob, Steep showing his hand at all of his first runs and his first impressions of the game. Dude, he recorded so much over those couple of days. I'm sure he took a few days off of work. He has just been cranking out videos like a factory.
Yeah, he has videos on a lot of the different races and events you can do. So he's got like a full mass race, a full tricks battle, a full Santa Cruz event, a full X Games run. So it's a great way to see all of those specific courses if you didn't manage to play all of them. He just shows off a lot of the different events.
Yeah. And that's going to do it for this episode. Be sure to go support the Riders Republic community. Thank you for supporting our channel. We ask you to go and support Bone Crusher as well. We asked you already, but we have to shout out our executive producer, Bone Crusher, along with Coach 34. Bones is making some wonderful content over there for the game. It can't hurt. Absorb all of the information, all of the knowledge. Bones knows wingsuits like no other. Steep knows the ski sports like no other. We
play the game.
We play the game. So thank you again to our executive producers, Bone Crusher 2D and Coach 34, along with co-producers It's the Mort and Mama Bell. And not to forget our fans and Fans Plus. If you would like to become a member, you can check out that video on our channel and you can click join right below this video. But, click it after you click subscribe, please.
Yeah, I was going to say, you can subscribe even if you don't join, just to still get all of our videos. We're going to have this weekly podcast thing going forever. This is like episode 85, I think. And we'll just go right into the Riders Report. We have the TFG events coming up, some other stuff. And then you can find us on Instagram, too, where we post a couple random pictures, some fun stories. And Twitter is out there. That's all I'm going to say about that, I think.
Yeah, we own a handle on Twitter.
Yes.
Just say
but that's the Nick or Mitch, I believe. So, I mean, we don't do much with that. We also have Discord, where you can join and meet a bunch of other riders and submit your own content in our self-promo, challenge submissions. There's a ton of things there. If you want to talk about the game, just join the Discord.
Yes, there is plenty to do, and like I said, there is no excuse to be a stranger in this community, to be a noob when this game comes out. Join the family now. We are already here, and just cannot wait to get all of this underway. The days are counting down, officially 50 days until Riders Republic is downloaded on every console in the world. Stay tuned. We will have another episode of Après STEEP out next week. Same place, same time. Go down below, click all of those links, figure out what they do. We'll see yins over on Discord. I'm Nick.
And I'm Mitch.
And we'll see yins on the slopes.